Rainman has been on a roll over the last several months, for that matter. So has Onyx. Rainman has had victories over Tony Mamaluke in defending that title. He's had victories over Jeremy V. He has been a fighting world television champion, defeated Jimmy Rave as well. The competitors are lining up with the help of the NWA Elite by hook or crook. Rainman continues to retain as world television champion, and I will not deny the ability of the Soul Assassin. He is one of the best athletes in the world today, one of the greatest pro wrestlers alive. That's why he's the world television champion. That means he is the best wrestler on television, NWA or not. He's the world television champion, but there's a power slam by Onyx.
And we saw Rainman just for a second thwart the blackout attempt by Onyx. Onyx has won so many matches with that blackout, and that's the last thing that Rainman wants to be subject to. But Rainman is finding out in a very painful way at the moment the power of the competitor that Onyx is.
And if you'll go back to October of 2001, the team of White Trash and Tank were the first team that dethroned Blackout into their first Wildside Tag Team title reign. Tank, a power wrestler. White Trash used a lot of power wrestling. Onyx, a power wrestler. Rainman has never really fared well against men that rely on a strictly power-based offense. Rainman has gone toe-to-toe with the best mat technicians in the world, and Tony Mamaluke pinned him, made him tap out. He's beaten Jeremy V, one of the best up-and-coming high flyers in the business. He's beaten Rick Michaels, one of the best all-around wrestlers and brawlers in the business. He has defeated so many others. Jimmy Rave, one of the greatest all-around technicians in the business. And now he has the task of Onyx, the genetic specimen, one of the cornerstones and mainstays of NWA Wildside, a former member of the Elite himself many moons ago. And he sends the world television champion to the outside. Onyx wants the gold. He's a former TV champion. He defeated Adam Jacobs in October of 2001 for that title. He wants more than anything to taste the gold again. Hell, he's got 2 straight DQ victories over the Wildside heavyweight champion Iceberg. Onyx is one of the top contenders. He's in that pool with Hernandez and David Young being considered for Wildside heavyweight title matches. And now he's dominating the world television champ before our eyes.
That it is. And frankly, Jeff G. Bailey kind of likes the fact that #1 contendership to Iceberg's Wildside Heavyweight Championship is somewhat blurred. He wants to keep that thing blurred as weeks go on. And I think it's getting harder and harder for him. But Jeff G. Bailey, with all of the strings that he pulls, and he's got a lot of strings on those scrawny little measly greasy fingers of his, somehow manages to pull it off. But one day, his luck is going to run out. Perhaps a win over Rainman by Onyx could be the moment we'll be looking for.
Rainman rolling heel kick to the back of the head of Onyx. Knocked his equilibrium loose, knocked him off his feet. Lateral press, hook of the leg, no. Onyx still able to roll the shoulder, and a massive shoulder it is. Former linebacker for Western Carolina University. Also a star tailback plowing through many future NFL linebackers in the Canadian Football League. Prior athletic background for Onyx, very decorated. Athletic background in wrestling, very decorated. Former Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, put on some mass, became the World Television Champion. The only singles title that has eluded him in NWA Wildside is the Wildside Heavyweight Championship. By becoming TV champion once again tonight, Onyx could become one step closer to fulfilling that dream.
Talked to a lot of professional wrestlers who have wrestled Onyx on a steady basis. And Onyx is a unique specimen. We talk about the incredible genetics as well as that chiseled chest and those massive shoulders. But the fact that Onyx is not as tall as a lot of professional wrestlers throughout the world, and that is actually to the advantage of Onyx with a quick pin attempt on Rainman. No go. But the fact that Onyx has so much of his power comes from below, and it's an aspect that so few wrestlers have had to endure in their professional career. That is one of the most powerful and positive aspects of Onyx's arsenal.
Another big drop kick there by Rainman, and another lateral press, this time failing to hook the leg, but an aggressive forearm across the throat. Still not enough to put away the genetic specimen. And I've heard many wrestlers refer to Onyx in the terms of low center of gravity as a human bowling ball. It's all right there, and it's very rare that you see a wrestler that holds all of his mass right there. So much to his advantage because he's so strong. The brute strength of Onyx is just unbelievable, Steven.
You play to your strengths, and that's precisely what Onyx is doing here. But it's awfully difficult when you have the world TV champion Rainman trying to choke the life out of you.
Talked about prior athletic background. Onyx also a champion powerlifter. But the Soul Assassin Rainman, a champion of the street. And that can be one of the toughest, most difficult courses you could ever pass. As Rainman, the Soul Assassin, has fought toe-to-toe and knuckle-to-knuckle with killers and homicidal maniacs just for pride, just to represent. And now the Soul Assassin brings his unique and unorthodox brand of violence to the wrestling rings. And he's a hell of a technician. He learned every aspect he could from his trainer, Murder One. But Onyx with an angry man slam on Rainman. The champion is down. Can the challenger make the cover?
Awfully close to Onyx's version of a spine buster. But once again, a lot of the wind has been taken out of the sails of the genetic specimen. As you can see, there was no pin attempt because Onyx was in no shape to do that. But both these athletes are making it up at their feet at the same time. But Onyx, my friends, has the momentum. Thunderous chops across the chest of the Soul Assassin. Oh, and a massive elbow meets a charging Rainman.
Onyx regaining the momentum, charging with a clothesline. The Soul Assassin is loopy. Onyx could be looking to put him away. Backbreaker there with a tilt-a-whirl corkscrew slam there. And hook the leg, but still not enough to pin the World Television Champion. He is the World Television Champion for that reason.
A very gifted competitor in so many reasons.
Spine splitter. The Soul Assassin could have nailed him. No!
As much of a rack as we like to give Jeff G. Bailey, the one thing you can't argue, he is quite a man who recognizes talent. Some severe and incredible, powerful professional wrestling talent. That's what Jeff G. Bailey brings to the table. And that's bad news if you're anyone else here at Wildside.
Went for a second spine splitter, but Onyx countered with a very rare Hurricane Rana. Of course, the spine splitter not enough to put Onyx away. Rainman taking a very different approach, and the same approach as many Japanese superstars. His 3 respective finishing maneuvers. If he doesn't get you with the spine splitter, it could be what he's going for here. Looks like the Dark City Street Cutter. And he goes, but no Onyx counters. He's got him. There's the blackout.
And unfortunately, he swiped Rainman right into referee Speedy. Oh my goodness! Hotstuff Hernandez and Iceberg. Hotstuff Hernandez knows what's going on with Jeff G. Bailey's shenanigans. And it's Hernandez out here to keep Iceberg away. Wait a second, why did Speedy Nelson stop the count? He's calling for the bell. I missed something here.
Speedy, no. He was just trying to stop Iceberg. He was just trying to make it a level playing field. He was just trying to make it even. And Onyx is irate. Well, this is just a tremendous misunderstanding here, Steven.
Well, in all honesty, if it wasn't for Hotstuff Hernandez, Onyx would have been KO'd by Iceberg. And here's David Young trying to break it up between these two. Interestingly, the 3 men who are first in line for a contendership.
Well, Young trying to explain to Onyx what happened and be the mediator here between Hernandez and Onyx, and Jeff G. Bailey, happier than a dog with 2 Peters.
It's quite an analogy there, Dan. Thanks a lot. But it seems like all 3 potential contenders are not particularly seeing eye to eye at the moment, but it was Hernandez that saved Onyx. Onyx thought that Hernandez got in the way of a victory over Rainman.